Sailing vessel Elegant Sea here. It's the end of May 2019. We're in Barra de Navidad at the marina, and we'll be leaving at the end of the month for Paradise Village and Banderas Bay. But anyway, we're doing the Caprail, at least this side, the port side, and you can see that pretty much got it sanded. I'm using 80 grit, and so we're using 80 grit sandpaper on it. We bought a DeWalt sander, vibrating whatever back and forth one. It works nice, and we went over the top because the grain was really pretty porous, and I don't think it's ever been sanded. The previous owner never did anything with it. And they did a quick varnish job to sell it, and then I went over it with light sandpaper and cleaned it off and put Cetol on it, and that lasted for, I think it's been 7 years, but it's been bubbling and started looking lousy last year or so. And we like the wood, so anyway, we sanded it up and cleaned it off. As you can see, we're not quite done yet. I've got up to about here. I'm going over it with a block and a 80 grit sandpaper by hand on top just to get it smoothed up. So we got this, and we also had to take out the caulking on both sides so that the varnish would seal. We're going to use Petty's varnish on it because we only have to keep one can of varnish on our 36-foot boat instead of 3 cans of Cetol and a couple cans of varnish. So anyway, this I got a hand sand yet, just go over it and on both sides, and once the varnish is on, we'll recaulk it, and it's looking pretty good. Right now it's wet, it's early in the morning, and this is the dew, but it came out pretty good. Kind of a lot of work, but you know, we could put a few coats of varnish on it, or 5 coats, and then paint it and then burn the paint off, or get the paint off and go back to varnish, but we like the varnish. So that's about it. We'll do a 50-50 coat because of the 80 grit. It'll give it something to cling to and sink into the wood. Next we're going to I'm gonna finish sanding this today, and then tomorrow morning we're going to get up and use this this is the B, I think, Tika, and wash it, and then we're going to wash the cockpit grate and Tika and do Teak Wonder in there. But this is going to, and we just recaulked this. This was white because that's all we had, and it was leaking, so we put well, I'm sure it was leaking, but we needed to caulk it, so we put white in, so we dug it out and put the black in like the rest of them. And so that's about it. I want to get it done. We're going to have the boat washed and waxed and polished on Thursday, so I want to get a couple coats on before they get here to do that. And we were going to do it. It was like, you know what, time to farm some stuff out here, take a little bit of a break. It's a lot of work. We still got to put the boat back together to get out of here. We got our dinghy up on the foredeck all packed up and nice, our Kelly's dinghy, and the outboard motor is all flushed and put away. Still gotta probably put a new impeller on it, but change the oil and all that stuff when we get back to Puerto Vallarta. But for now, all looking good. Sailing vessel Elegant Sea on the side. Oh yeah, one other thing. Our eyebrows, we stripped our eyebrows also, but because they don't need to be sealed like the Caprail needs to be caulked on both sides before rainy season, we are sticking to the Caprail and getting the whole Caprail. We're doing that, and so we can seal it up. Then we'll go up here and do the eyebrows that we stripped off, and probably save the handrails till next year, or if things go really good and we got enough time, maybe we'll do the handrails. But Otherwise, and then Debbie's making a cover for the Caprail, so it won't be all exposed all summer. We've just been leaving it exposed all summer, but I think we'll start covering it now. And you can see on the side.